see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be right. Can you see forever we will go?
What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing kind of a car review style film for my dad's 2006 Toyota Corolla LE. I'm just going to be driving around, kind of talking about what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy about driving this car. And then at the end I'm going to pick up some pizza, but none for you guys. Sorry. Just going to drive around in the neighborhood for a bit, get it warmed up, and do some very short pulls on a back road, not breaking the speed limit, of course. And then that's going to be it for today. It's my first time trying this, so I have no idea how my voice is going to sound. I'm going to try and talk extra loud. Better loud than quiet. So you can always turn down an overly loud voice, but it's kind of difficult to boost up a quiet one without just boosting up the noise that's around it. So, starting out, I'm going to be talking a little bit about this car. It's pretty much completely stock. Only modifications are an aftermarket radio. It's a Kenwood DPX502 BT, and aftermarket hubcaps because all the OEM ones fell off. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's missing like a drawer in the center console because wear and tear exists. But it's a pretty basic car, in all honesty. The interior isn't super fancy. It has this faux wood trim, but that really isn't that big of a deal. It's kind of looks a little bit silly, in all honesty, because if there's so little of it compared with a massively gray interior. But it does its job. Gauge cluster's pretty basic. It's just a water temperature, fuel, speedometer, tachometer. That's pretty much it. And then you've got trip stuff all down in there. Steering wheel is a little on the smaller side. It's definitely a lot smaller than my Suburban that I drive sometimes, but it's a good size. The steering is kind of quick. It's nothing super special. As far as power goes, there really isn't much of any. It's got a Toyota 1ZZ FE rated for about 120 horsepower, but it probably really only makes probably 80 at the wheels. It's front wheel drive, VVTi, so pretty typical economy car. This is funny. I drive my friend places sometimes, and I'm driving to his house, just out of habit. Also, there's a nice cul-de-sac there, so that's nice as well. So just kind of turn around and head back towards the main road once the engine gets a little warmer. Stop sign. So, as far as the styling on this car goes, on the exterior, not a huge fan of it. It's a little bit blobby and bubbly. I've definitely seen much worse cars, but it's not really an eye catcher. Not really something that you would look super closely at, or like be like, wow, that's such a cool looking car. But again, styling does its job. It's pretty plain gray, as you guys probably saw in the opening to this video. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as the styling goes. I do like the headlights. The headlights are all right. The taillights are pretty meh. I mean, the exhaust pipe is practically invisible. I had to pretty much get under the car to show you guys what it looks like in the opening thing. But again, does its job. It's just an economy car, commuter car. And for that, it's wonderful. This car is one of the most reliable cars that I have ever heard tell of. Like, we've had so few issues with it. We really haven't had issues, in fact. I mean, the radio, okay, that was one thing, but that's an electrical thing. I don't really consider it an essential component, but as far as reliability is, it's pretty good. It's got a 4-speed automatic transmission, never had any issues with it. It's got low gear, second gear, overdrive, so I mean, if I wanted to, I could shift manually with that. It's an automatic, so why bother? And it's not supposed to be a fun car, exactly, so it's not really a main concern. As far as other things with the car go, steering feel, for example, I mean, it's not, you can't really feel it much. Again, just plain car suspension, plain car steering system. I mean, there's a little bit of vibration in the steering, but most of the bumps you feel are coming through the chassis, which vibrates, you know, when you hit stuff, just like any other car, really. Although it is a bit more acute than in my Suburban, as I mentioned earlier. Turning on to a more main road here. Engine's a little warmer. I'm not going to really do any pulls though, because the speed limit on this road's 35, and there's really no point in doing that. So one thing I really love about this car, actually, is that it does feel very small. I like driving small cars because they feel maneuverable. They'll go in the direction that you point them in. There's really not a whole lot of uncertainty when I'm driving my family's big car, Suburban, that I mentioned earlier. It's kind of a pain in the behind because you always have to be looking in your mirrors, making sure you're within the lines, because it's just such a big car and it's so high up you can't really see. This car, there's never a question about where you are on the road, and it does ride a little bit high for an economy car. It's one of the things I've noticed, especially if you compare this to like similar model year Civics. This thing looks like it's had a lift kit or something similar put on it, but I mean, really no point in complaining about that. It's not supposed to be a handling car, and it doesn't really have enough power to really matter. In addition to the fact that it's front wheel drive, it's differential. Actually, there's something to bring up. The differential on this car is a bit wacky. If it's raining or there's reduced grip or pretty much anything along those lines, if you use more than 50% throttle from a standstill, you will just spin one wheel. It just peels. It's kind of an interesting little thing. You would expect, oh, both wheels would grip up. No, it just open diff or something, and it just, the one wheel spins. I don't know if that's a weight distribution issue with the car, or if it's, again, like I said, an open differential, but it's a little bit wacky in low grip conditions as far as accelerating. But like I said earlier, it goes where you want it to go in the direction that you point it, as long as you're going a reasonable speed and not accelerating it and hustling it like a race car driver. Issue I have specifically with this car is squeaky brakes. You'll probably hear that at some point in the video. I'll be stopping and you'll hear a squeaking, and we don't really know what's going on with that. It doesn't affect the braking. Brake pads aren't worn. Gotten them checked, and it still squeaks, so don't really know what's going on. Maybe I'll find a fix for that in a later video, but we'll talk about that. It has disc brakes in the front, drum brakes in the rear, so that's kind of another thing that's put me off from looking at it before, because drum brakes can be a pain, and well, brakes in general can just be kind of a hassle. So I haven't looked at that yet, but we'll look into that in the future most likely. But again, yeah, it's just an economy commuter car, not a whole lot of fun to drive, but it does get the job done. And that's what's important when you're looking for a car like this. Alright guys, we're going to get out of this here parking lot. Yes, I use my turn signals in parking lots. Can't be too safe. Remember that, kids. The little 1.8 liter doing its little burbling under the hood. It's quality cement right there. As you can see, it does not absorb bumps perfectly, but what car does? Okay, we're alive. One of the big negatives of an automatic transmission is it doesn't shift when you want it to. But it is what it is. There's the brake squeak I was talking about. Don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's pretty loud if you're outside the car. Not too bad if you're inside, but when you're outside, it's pretty nasty. The intersection I'm at is always interesting because people turning left, they're going right now before I get to go straight. There's always somebody who runs the light, and some people who are going straight will try and scare them, so we'll see. Yeah, like that guy just completely ran a light. Yeah, but people in the front decided they did not want to play chicken, so they didn't do anything. So guys, I wanted to apologize really quickly. The past few videos have not been of the highest quality. As you'll probably remember if you watched both the oil change video for this car and also the video that I titled More Plasti Dipping for that science project I've been working on. You guys really don't seem to like the science project stuff, so I probably won't be doing any more videos on that, though it is now completed and almost ready to be launched. You guys didn't seem to like those, so I'm not planning on doing any more stuff with that unless if you guys really want to see it get launched. Let me know in the comments section, but if not, I just won't bother with it. But I wanted to apologize for my low quality stuff I've been putting out over the past few videos. I was trying to squeeze stuff in, and it showed, and I wanted to apologize for that because I was not happy with the end results of those videos, and I don't think you guys were either. And so, again, wanted to apologize. I'm trying to put more quality over quantity into the videos that I'm making. So, hope that shows with this one, and that it doesn't seem rushed and cobbled together. But if it is, let me know. As always, I'm trying to improve here on this channel, and it's really important to me what you guys think. On this road. Time for another pull. So you guys can probably tell it has the typical 4-cylinder shriek that's pretty normal on these types of cars. But I'm gonna be honest, I do like 4 cylinders just because I don't know. I'm a big fan of the SR20. Got a friend who's got a car with one, and it's a lot of fun, and so I've kind of developed a bit of a fondness for 4 cylinders, and so who knows, maybe in the future I'll buy a Civic and have fun with that, but I don't know, we'll see about that. Gonna turn to this neighborhood and then come back around and then head back to my house. This is a fun neighborhood to drive in. It's got nice traffic circles that you get to go around and around in and get lost and dizzy. I've actually had that happen where I turn into a traffic circle and I take the wrong exit because I get disoriented. Only once. One time. Just one, but still, it's happened. I also want to apologize to you guys for any camera shakiness that you might be seeing. That is the result of me not having the resources for a super nice camera setup. I literally have a cardboard box sitting in the passenger seat with the camera on top of it, held down with masking tape. So yeah, that's my situation. car's gearing is perfect to hit the speed limit and also hit red line at the exact same time. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, this car's, it can be fun if you really need it to, but you do have to drive it pretty hard for it to be fun, and that's not really a good thing to do. And I don't really know how it's going to look to you guys with my editing, but I did give the car plenty of time to warm up. My water temperatures are good. But that's a really, really important thing, guys. When you're driving, make sure that you like to give your car plenty of time to warm up before you do any hard accelerations or anything above 50% throttle, or 3,000 RPM is a pretty safe number to go for, because otherwise you can damage your engine. If you have a new engine, especially new car, definitely don't do any flooring in that, because that's really, really bad for your car's health. This car's engine is plenty broken in, and I give it plenty of time to warm up, and it's just really important that you take good care of your car, and your car will take good care of you. And so with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this video, call it good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you liked about this, what you didn't like. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And if you did not enjoy this, go ahead, leave a dislike. Let me know what I'm doing wrong and how I can get better. Because, again, guys, that is what I want to do. I want to bring people bigger, better, and more awesome stuff with what I have. And I can't do that if I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So please let me know what you think. With that, guys, peace out.